Adekye abusuafo ya mamusa matwa me adan wan kwaba ye Kamfu St Andrew Senior High School amao say sabre ya nkwada ne beko school bi wa still onyanya placement St Andrew is also antwen kran hwehwe placement to every na ni form 1 form 2 form 3 and one say wo dia kwada ne beba wo be gye no dodo wo ye grade A school by all standards or boarding facilities wo and wo ye courses ICHS ye ni nyina ebio campuses wa Senfosu Accra New Adubia Sedunka ofen Mankesim Shama ena seshi asanye so fresh 0244696911 and 0207891004 St Andrew Senior High School. We are always in the lead. Vodafone, oh, amazing news. Amazing news in the same. Mami mo umwe. Vodafone said dial star 110 hash. Star 110 hash. Na for Vodafone cash so talk credit. Makuma community no ahenu. Miti ba community miti miensa miti na miti num sa ahenu. 5 cedis penso na obetua. Na obetimi so e dia network bia so free a yen kase fako Vodafone kwa so network ni nyina so na wotwe enti wahye na wotwe fofrasi na eja wate 5 cedis a woni abusuafo de bidin kita ho e de ato Vodafone na further together. So unya no mo Dominion herbal powder ebren koye kra afena na wotwa ba pem mum kai sa obenum ansa na wedidi enti sa Dominion herbal powder acheketo ane baako na fa unsu ohie no susu wo fa sachet no a baako no wachemu mienu fa na wano amna ehyehyehye na odi Dominion herbal powder acheketo ano egum wo ka ho no mu pe na afi wa bonu guma ansa na wedidi enwumre so urinum udidi wi anu wanom ebasa woda kama epampam ya de hudu nyina ema wo ho eto eye honame ya so dia eye Dominion herbal ointment ya ebeboa wo ye de betwitwu na ho asensisi ho so ba bi eto no bia Dominion enu pay bi wo emom oba penfo de o ma akwada no fo eni akwada wonya mfie dumienu wonnom Dominion herbal powder ebi etufoi monko Accra ha Kanshi Kumasi monko Keu Bebia yetu no tono ena tema Little George shop ena Suhum Tonic Pharmacy so menya na Giza Pharmacy ube fra Accra 0249 591 843 ena Kumasi 0248 632328 ena Nkoko 0543 158195 Dominion herbal powder, your number one herbal medicine for your well-being. Make tea, make Kelsey, wavy, when you are Pacho, Z-News and Beauty. Hey, Mama, I just so. Brunyan baby, abeji eni papa, Eddie Dinoa, and Z-News and Beauty. Fresh 055 3837 201 055 3837 201. And still me celebrating me so for Rexford Nanaya Onyamiche da banka of Mercy Throne Ministries International tema Gulf side. Ya me so for Nyami Shrow nonko so antine nim enchro. Second one we die efi Reverend Mrs. Nyamiche eho ena afi enkwada ni nyina ye titu me namesake Nanaya akonama. Ena ye ma happy birthday abusuafo no se nyame onhyiraw na wodo abedwafo atena si de wani tua ebeka GS asem ne kakra na sede ne enkrata ne bi edibaye no eye ni kapa krata no osede krata no say GS snaps Parliament Teacher Union insists SHS1 students report to school on December 4th. Making kind Parliament insusuye no any ensa wo mato afre minister se wo mra any HAGS krata PR Cassandra Chum de baya wo sin ahye kina se nkwada mu ko school ne awofo mu nam ho so mu kwa mu beba be di bronya 21st December na afi 3rd January mo san akọ school mu na mu kwa no maba 15th March enuntina krata ne GS snaps Parliament. After all, the brouhaha in Parliament, reporting date for SHS students justified, says Africa Education Watch Director. Osene Kwanso Anona Ufo ya we data. Efe yebeka MPP primaries no NPP Ofan constituencies parliamentary primaries. Ahi Hajide Saki Okoboy Dukia others get knob. Baby so say tenant boot out landlady at Okakwe North primaries as delegates cash out. Na afafranto working so said the anchor a fan in massive afafranto work hit Kumasi with yellow revolution. Into revolution way a yellow. Abedra phone ye lawyer Chumberry Maye NDC communication team member. Bernard Mona a political analyst. And onya activist be afi or analyst on okay. And Honorable Carlos Kingsley Ahinkra or MP Tema West onu sisiano or born to 15 January and onu so Tema West for be sheni mount. Say omube kandi na achenu but wa me ati ase so woko. Oni Tema West 45 idie on be sheni ma. Honorable Tema West for be show ma won.
Oh, omo pe masem.
Omo pe wasem. Na anope fati to wani achi ana. Who more life?
Let me easy.
Hey. What wani achi? Why are they? We why? Nini achi asanga kakra.
Asa wetin tum kakra bisa action kan.
Ya dey ba mo polish zane.
Ya fati so am polish o. Ana we twa wuti no. Wa muti bi da bi ami ni ho.
Oh, wan ka kire o.
God is my baba.
Efu aya o.
God is my baba. Ben, good morning.
Morning, my dear.
Now, what is saying? Me dear, me bia.
Me hoye.
Ye denya me ansi. And then the one shabatakari.
Dabi, send you the biana me shabatakari.
Okay, mostly I will shabatakari. Then me hoye na me say, hey, what is happening today? E ka kito come here to so na bukalo buzaze and the demonstration because whatever.
Me share we.
No forestry for adwuma.
And no forestry for. That was so there. Obenyo.
Me share we nko.
The mono shabatakari na.
Dabi.
Na share de.
T-shirt.
The red T-shirt no.
Okay.
One say Carlos not to man into.
From the mouth this way the mumu keep.
Dabi on no man T-shirts no.
I see.
One say Carlos King.
Oh, Carlos King is the only one.
Amanone edeba no we be media mama.
You that's it.
Papa lawyer last week here hu.
Yeah.
Ade na won court wa fa ho papa. Unko legal vacation. And also be di bronya ntem.
Oh, well my office akọ money.
Oh, okay.
After here, yeah.
Se bibi aboko. Nyame adom bra me ho ye pa.
Gana for so ho efe pa.
Me da Ghana for ase na me da won so ase. Ben, yanka school asem kakra. Me sure say who parliament press release and one who GS in so release no.
Yeah, the ben I'm already see answer na Mamichia Carlos Nana Otumreka the first MP for Tema West. Say na makani ye.
Tema West, yeah.
And runaway lawyer.
That could power when in our man in runaway.
Na say Ghana oba no na say umpenasem.
Last week you go on buy. Kwajo dam kwa.
Kofori etrini on say robot na.
No fast.
O de to so.
Da be me wasem na make ya.
E na o ka che me dam kwa. Kwajo. Na. Uba me ka say me pe wasem.
They said they were 24-hour economy na increase no. E na o kwese kwese.
Da be ya bi say na oba ha be ye den hwan na
beginning one every wo.
Enu your offer jojo ami jojo no agura mi ni di se kwajo wo mama di lo.
O je election about 24-hour economy.
No want to say aba news.
Only one ko kan
Chief of staff.
Sir.
Oka say me ya ne ba no want.
I'm going to give you answer.
Off air, but
that's all about that.
And the last thing we told her, Prince Bomi, so we are collaborating, but we say I have breath.
And yeah, Nena Minima, for a long time before she was even MP.
And it is an backcry or down.
On the background of Menin,
on the Kufa crab, and
Menin, that's so.
Oh, yes, so it's me, Kufa, the Korean, or catch everything. We'll scan the audio, mammy, but make a margin.
And the two in his answer. What the mouth ran and doesn't.
It's done as a crackers. Oh, me cry na me ko baby na me ho ache me na obi
There was for the campaign.
Akufa do te ha o na me ko chair am say na na wo te ha ene na na hwe me na na hwe ni we but the obeka che
ne kwanso
it is
sanity
sanity
ebi mi krampo ne hye wi a omoda so kana
wo mo hye de
hey mama jumo I think I selected
Ojo ben kasa.
Men and the one shall know obi the ote ehuneka enti patcho no the ye panto
and your WikiLeaks na ka say
you don't have any
so you
proof.
see you are quoting WikiLeaks now obi be kwa quoting differently ama papa no kwa be sure because na wo ben na wo quoting
You don't have any proof.
Adekye say ni omokan na enye nokure
And Debbie, Wabaka will be approved. You don't have if you don't have any proof to say any proper.
Hey, Bemena.
So WikiLeaks kind of one challenge.
So let me tell you,
enye WikiLeaks so omokan na omobo mi nua panyi din
Nua panyi
mi nua panyi kwesi prat omobo ni din
so on na
ya amokoshi na your friend saying
okay
cloud no
yeah
but
I get very social na nejo da no pe ma be
you say una o kama asem ya me ma koye no na wo ye nti mi ja no
o te di atie yi una be question so a
ya na ewom no say I have known the chief of staff and probably her family for a long time.
Okay.
And neighbor now say on basketball bopa.
Okay. Yati.
And
yeah, me uncle so why?
Neighbor basketball. So say or say me and neighbor. She did not make a mistake. It is true. Tam na no ye deputy minister Edema. Employment and youth. We say na ko for na akomia ye minister. And na akomia no ye me downfall. But all the time me call her Nana akomia will invite say yanko na me ko chia me mame. So I say me ya neba. It is not wrong. But me ya neba no nkyere say nipa na omoyi omo say omo kita Ghana sensitive positions so omo ye ade na yanko yi a
yanka yebeka
oso ye ne ba bia na
Some me achieving.
Carlos Ecofa ballot paper Johnny. So when you say Carlos or your mini opinion. Or your mini opinion. But Ecofa ballot paper.
Some is more fun.
Before Carlos, I still say it's near.
Oh, me say we dey come. Me no problem. Na mom no. Wo backing vocalist na no hear me mama kaka.
When you say Carlos, say back me.
Carlos back you. One or two odi.
Silence me.
Hey,
silence.
Okasa abue, wakana no tuma abue. Odi ya mummy anhwa ne anka school for na asem kakra. What?
Yeah.
Ben.
Ne woman say Parliament is one of the critical institutions. In fact, so yeah, when there is no parliament, there is no democracy.
Of course.
What do you say? When there is no parliament, there is no democracy. Carlos Anamewa. Because, say, military take over.
Yes, no parliament.
There is the judiciary. There is the executive. But there is no parliament.
And even the judiciary sometimes is tempered with.
Do you understand? Until any time parliament is undermined, it means democracy is undermined. Now parliament representing the people,
yeah.
Omo no more representing yan nyina. Na GS modern hihemu aba. Na parliament say mon twen awofo moso mon twen ma obia ni embre. Na yeba prime minister for education na GS eda na ase no. Na ye ne na akasa. Na omo hwe omo school nko. Then GS, after that statement by the Speaker of Parliament, you know.
Say, our maintenance now one cast on moon Parliament is say or beside now or catch the ministry no say Andre won't be. So Parliament was asking ministry to reconsider the directive by GS.
I listened to the Speaker of Parliament.
Well, me to statement you know na make.
Say the Speaker of Parliament, and the Speaker of Parliament say. Parents should rest their fears.
I see.
GES, you should hold on. And then we invite the minister for clarifications.
Okay.
Until now, Obia pray no ho say okwa ye bibi nti parents those of you who are anxious mon train na ye minister na kasa we will see. And the speaker went further. Eka say na mo be school on the 4th. Na pupils na mo ko school 21st year 17 days interval or less. Na omo abafie. Then they go back on the 4th of January. Enya dia eye nti say mo betimi atwen na omo enye ehihiem na they can go once in January. You can even then decide that you extend by 17 more days their but say omonko school no omonbra no omonko no say otiase how to take students to school. Okay, nti enra say I went to one of my chiefs. Me kodru ya no dey school placement nearby. Neba efa science omo dey ask man but they gave him the same school. Na ono ne man a wawo no opese ba konye arts until they all agree at home. Ba konye science, ba konye business, ba konye say. Ba first one no akoye ne arts no. Second one na ne ni abre and they deliberately tutored the person to be a science student no. Master command arts.
Maybe emotion results.
That be Master command arts. He is looking for the change to do. And they have not bought anything in the prospectus.
And become more person we change.
And they change in they got the thing on Friday.
Oh.
Morning on Friday no. There's no money at home. Until Omobaye say they are going to look for money. So Omobaye Krampo ana Omonya. Then they will start looking for which of the items any betimi ato. So onye chobos obetimi akọ school. So ni school uniform obetimi akọ school. So ni basic things now I say ontimi fa akọ school na obetimi akọ school. So it means that so one show here majority of parents no it will take them at least 3 to 4 weeks before they can be able to go around source for money ebi mo ekwa akọ sika. Mami bia offer me I don't know the lady from anywhere and I hope she's listening. I say just around the Odona Ohona Oti, that is where her shop is. Ohona Omoda Neba anye admissiona Modena ko apam but or a day student apam
and there's our difficulties in that so
yes Modeno efi somebody who sleeps at Odona just in the shop Neba Modena ko apam as day student. I say Mr. Mona wait there maybe no onyanko school because there's no way I'll be able to take me back now alcohol na ma copy baby a obeda outside of the school. So these are some things and I'm sure says a minister no crampo ethics stories we say no okohua or no ankasa beka say the school placement system computerized system no we there young we order no na yampe baby na day school ma me say nka ya akra crampo na mo man day school a say no dey obetimi aka say oho enwa but this place you have to go and rent no ontimi. So there are still challenges and you are forcing pupils to go to school. The GS is not interested in the speedy resolution of these matters. Semunim said you are going to bulk this thing, then you don't wait. Say as soon as the results are released, now you are doing reopening day. Then you should do it in such a way that may know they call university and not tertiary institutions, either inside or Ghana or outside Ghana. Yeah, you get an admission offer. And yes, sir. On your offer now, then they will tell you the cost of the school fees. Say outside Ghana and Aokwa, no much the cost of living expenses. And no betimi who say metimi akọ school na metimi nko. Say metimi nko kwan ben so and metimi anye support. Then you take the offer of admission and start looking for support. But say you just give an offer of admission, then say come to school tomorrow. So yeah, you need
2 weeks bina odiachia fees and sana classes na
you understand? Then all of a sudden
time an
then
Legoni UCC ne game pamokra no say unya admission they will give you some 2 weeks 3 weeks.
So basically, look, Sikanda Hosa. It's not in Mami in the few.
Ebia adeɛ say when school fees system will be and share and say wo tie the Ghana Watch Africa Education Watch for Nika or say ade no calendar no wo dada enti owofo no unim say me be ya tro and social we resource ne ba obekon to asusuku ena nyame school fees ne ho nkeka wa no abaya fa na enti akawo debi akawo chobot ne eniama Kofi Asare eniama kakra bi a wo de beko nti ase unim dada die enti na ese won so
da bi oba akotro exam ete se wakoye chacha ana wakoti loto oti loto you have hope say you will win. Do you go and buy your wardrobe before the results are announced? It is a man for results number. It doesn't matter how sure you are. Unim school now model banobeko enyesa. Enti school placement here be obi akofa achimota na yede na akofa mfansepem na wakoto achimota uniform.
Well, for now, say a standardized prospectus.
I'm saying that wakoto achimota uniform. It's a mfansepem almost share achimota. Mfansepem almost share achimota uniform. Daddy. So there are things that Bobo, you should know. As
a koji prospectus, no crebe time
yes, okoji prospectus no bia. Now I show you my womb. There are some that are essential, and you no betimi ato.
No be so actually my is to boarding prospectus and kuna day so dear. Ain't it said ya okay, will be got top boarding prospectus na see money day. She said, Mammy, ba make now my command day. Apam school uniform is different from your friend saying Keleo Senior Secondary uniform. So it's not possible. My antenna cra and you say everything is as we see on the paper. That is one. Yes, Moka say a free SHS. Until me chop boss no, and also a free HSS item ana. Me student mattress no, and also a free HSS no ana. The school uniform and other things that must mean from their prospectus no, and also a free HS. The school free HSS bay SHS. What can I say my idea me on our cafe HSS? Free SHS. Hey, at time now no more jamu di mon komo.
Na me bisa na so share time na.
And we now say support.
On you there you
say we are support.
So what na free SHS.
Okay, SHS.
Thank you.
I'm trying to say. And the SHS na ye can. There are many difficulties I'm happy say even as of now Yenina still admits the dangers and difficulties no and also. Okay. So the mamon for pressure. Unnecessary pressure. Look, going to school and GS is saying they should go into almost prime minister no. Some are prime minister no. Now minister called parliament. Minister called parliament. Now parliament is definite. Say that be
parliament they don't have that power.
Can I go with your submission? When parliament is definite. Say, Niamoyano, we represent the people and we say, say, Monkosesa.
It doesn't happen like that.
Now they go back, but some of the students or parents have carried their wars to school. You have caused so much anxiety. Adentin a GS omuntimi and train.
Okay.
Adentin a GS omuntimi and train. Like I said, let all of us decide to undermine parliament. Say, Ebanusa, GS in this instance is undermining parliament and the pronouncement of the speaker. Until why you say, everybody undermines parliament. The day that parliament ceases to be effective, democracy is collapsed.
Thank you. Honorable.
Yes, sister. Memakwaba.
Oh, my Memakwaba. Honorable,
we can now.
The out to go on grind.
Me call him.
Hey, said they will see
my medical concern.
Make man can.
A year na me call wejura, but me call ye me sign by.
Okay. I will be so
massive by a year wejura.
What's the bar?
And
me deputy Nasara coordinator.
Also, who? Ewe ye na si obonyo.
Ye na si.
Oh, what isn't that one?
Yes or no ala.
Anti. Me tell me the parliament go mejumapo.
Meba.
why are the more so describe what I mean papa I'm saying a friend Antabatu very strong
Ben asema meti ho honorable na o kan school ya sem say ye ndie makwa
na so be bo so wo ka bi kire no
me da na se
thank you na ya Mr. Sieno mamemfa na se kese pa ma Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport.
Okay.
Weekend Friday. Omo boma baso ye me fellow chartered fellow.
Hey.
Nana oba kan ye na yentimi
award na some mama daje papa. Ko forestry for time. Me to come be mama.
Me to kwaza kan ye na ya. Ko so is the fellow.
Oh yeah, fellow. Chartered Institute of
my own industry ni mo che actually.
Chartered Institute of and Logistics.
Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport.
Logistics and
Transport. Je say utru dia fasa ni mo.
Sa.
Sa na say unya be fellow say utru na wo de be show din say dey ka ho.
Bidin be wa me do America ina be kan wa na ko fa
onyo no so no go fa za brava
na meda omo president na national president no ni members ni governing council ni na as say omo abomisa amamsa boss body mama boss body enye Ghana international.
Hey.
Actual fact, international organization recognizing me, you know the mommy.
Now for the first time on the movie,
the first time in the history of the industry, and I say organization, Ghana Nina be global president.
Oh, okay.
IATT Norte. Now, she say why are the power because it never happened. It started organizing 1917 as a 19 something. Bibinibia nye president that one of Abeja from January 1st and January we start. Now we know we all support him for him to succeed. Yeah, I wasem say you know unka bi shimu na yebesa de halfofo bi aba beto so say you know umpo fa ye ho adwuma. But eto bia na are important and I say here say yitumi edi enumi sa to yi wo hwe the way amanfo esana oboso mu a na bibia sen na wo hwe kwan a parents eje penny and as omoje you know abjoju ana hu yebubu omububu na obia miniska na ekoba ne se president Kufuor da Roma wa chew school fees ne no bebre nanso okasa do be ko school fees ye de manum here be ye den na twa ne twa se enkrofo complaints ne mo complaining free last weekend my follows our story ya me hu say you know anye ade a ye abodusem edema Ghana parents because nipa bebre na nye ready but the question is wo ba na wonim se watro BC I wonim se ken free SHS about me go school and the man do na omo prepare even before the time as a troubles and now to see what Adekye what to so one treasure we you know the bebre na are not in that you know category. But kakra no se
na akwala twon so hwe pa na mama na chase na
because we free kwan bi as we are not leaving anybody behind and that has been so since 2017.
No say uji di se Ghana ha sa na ya nkofo
that is what it is. Ne me no kase kwala bebre ko school me no kase but me de nyom po no hu hia me ono mo nya bi for ma no nkoda me hu hia me say say na ogu bi na be kwa that is what is expected now no onya bi odin be ko no so I know, Anna, you know, it brings the question on the table. Say, Sena Education Ministry, and as a GES calendar, no, so we could school 4th of December. Now, in time, I be releasing the results no so. As in some information about out the data. Nanka parents who say, no matter when results the bebano, and Kola are supposed to resume on the 4th. Now, you prepare your see. Say wohwemu na ubisa ho mebisa questions or ministry or now it looks as if they have a curriculum that they are following. Some of them miss curriculum by one calendar date it puts the whole thing, and as she say na about tree. And today important say date na on the 4th no. You make sure say Nkwala. I agree with them. Say the idea show on say asa wotiwi. Ye ka say na my time. I've said every 15 minutes I dem have in makasa 3. Na who decided say I don't know what I mean because I was
some can say
who decided to be 15 is about 10. That's why I'm on do 10 now stop me. No I'm me. So until the GAS was say we see in Kuala started school on the 4th. Now I'm refuge this time on this time calendar calendar and it's one woman here to be on support to say calendar dia be ya e be puti anu mama yi nyina de trotro so nyina e be say we to want say and I agree with them 100% but na area show so monye but why didn't this story or this information come earlier? It should have come far earlier. No one more say be mama ko besia no kra ko besia bo ana so bako pesika ni be o baby e de ba be hwe o mama ku school but be that as it may no the mesre awofo no say enya badesa ekwan bia so ye ma no eso mu ku school ye say ye inform ko on the 4th ko ye me ko bibi na wan fana ko na registration so twemu yes oba no kra no Pope Jones and the man no wa meant no ye yin free do bidin fufura kwa show mesre wanye careful ne yin free Pope Jones wan reba konya
nti a case of utumfo team wo ka fa wa beti as fa oba no ko amfa na nko we losing a chance na dia wu kan calendar ne da ho na etise mpachoji yes for no mo say omo border ru omo twanwofo adwensi so say emfa one time our results ne be ba bonten the nkwada ne be ko school 4th December ana.
So the same thing I mean okay. Say nkasa story about information about them. About them one can no be people who see no and anka doso. Say me no kaza na make just say parents be wo how nim dada. Say man natural BC we dey. E free friends saying SHS dey free. And the kwan bi aso no be call. No matter what school obenya no be call. And the people started some prepare on from that time. Me nkrofo din ko nkrofo ba me ho to seek assistance and stuff like that. E bi wo ka ne o ma ye che oni ani. Medical catch up class nipa be brenana epion mako just so they don't miss this deadline. But the most important thing they say esen confirmation ba out in tem then for the prepare the GS4 team here Nsroma this shouldn't happen again. Yes muna mo was said to me
oma anko ene because omo ko omo in 2 or 3 weeks time omo besia be fie 21st December.
Yes
oma anko ene a omo ntumi nka say okay ya for ya mamo extra 1 week bi and 2 weeks be on be call later say yes chinchin ache parliament suggestion is omo ko first week in January but omo betumi omo ntimi nye ho hwe so omo be koda fufura still calendar no omo betumi adjusting in a way ana
yeah parliament dey na factory ncheme ba ho nemum ni omo ni say GS somebody kaka say they have a straight jacketed program academic program omo hye na be isi o cheme so be cheme isi na say ka say
that straight jacket ni mu na covid buy no mo yes that straight jacket ni dey
we dey me yen na we yen no covid buy they had to replan on as a rearrange
but this is not when need be and they have to adjust they are able to adjust.
How can the time I'm back
and common yedi
and to all the time I'm back good and to answer your question yeah COVID time, you know, it's different from this time. When you COVID time, when you that emergency, I can say, "Kolani school, when you have a fire here." So what you say? Wait there, you say, "Ya mama mani ente there." Then so I can't calendar na chese say on the 4th. And he said the okay, so let me prolong registration, no, and also let me be part of that for because we know because if you crowd ma self placement no crowd money. So and so I'm sure that they are listening to us. And by all means, they'll make adjustment. But the ministry of the say, so was bought any school, papa, and I will buy any school be. I saw call. That's why I'm praying one manage registration. That's the time, no swan. Going back to the school, no, a baby. We head teacher not to know, and I say academic registration not to know. All doing your home she bill once the portal is closed. At a time for registration, no, you 2 near 2. And the coin be also, aqua in minimum hey, and Kaduma Korana school say. Sardine 10 Tinapa 12 Yentusuma 3 now we will call Abba within these 2 weeks. He said by Obanos or call in January near the Yakano Amano. Parliament dear I think that the speaker no quite so because oversight responsibility over executive. But you need to me see be share education ministry and a minister no kitsi we say kwan bia so jai memo monko. Parliament does not have that power. Yet to mean stop executive from a mandate and as idea yakacho so onye. And he say obi sorry no ka say na parliament ka say parliament needs that power no. President is the one that has that power to come out to say every education minister nyama kanin munye but munye si ara munye si. But also we say omo effort kala nam de atona ebe ha no president nankasa. And until we will find a way say you working. Say you be extend the registration period no say you be open portal no ache. Say be ya all mo munya say president munya kwakoye say be no ankwala no betumi akọ school boko no ye be we have been doing this since 2017 ye nya problem bia and we have money say them no akano so not to leave anybody
problem and ye nya problem I rectify na ye dia be do
let me tell you so what is nya problem catch them because even when nipa na eco school no edo also say school down na ye no we'll find a way to go and let people come home or they go
ye nya problem bia o
catch them problem ye bia wona wonim oh let me tell me
arefo na be
yeah e come on edi senka o calomete say and now no BBC see ha
and over the years I did implement that independent square about placement into along the line
time and yes
na posi
time and say omo time
na posi MDC for na azam go
time omo time na go that independent square if you say by time if you say by what if you say by what is the independent square we don't do that it's never happening in our time. Enti yeah there near can say a kwan bia so akwala bia no child will be left behind and we'll make sure yeah by so your pay with means school down the hokwa and kwala ma kwan say obia entumi say school that obia use that school down we can find ways and means for another group to occupy the room and make sure that everybody is carried on. And I mean, okay, say from 2017 to now about 1.3 million students have been taken care of free of charge by the president who is a visionary. So it is a Uma bibi kitwa say ebe crosso now fan say bi adwuma ma ye nyina ye ayekwa for me I don't believe in it.
Everybody na track any by
it started 2017 now.
One na no.
Yeah na no. Now and a track problem. The track rather came to solve a problem. Because you realize they say Senkolano Emma actual examination na say omu wi a within that year nipa be 400,000 kura wonya akwan enko school enti wo mu nyina no so yesi accommodate on now ba accommodate on ade na school dan be si wo
enti ni any challenge bia
the challenge we found a local solution to that local problem.
Thank you.
And thank you. What Mr. Question? Thank you.
So you found a solution to
we found a solution to it. And today I speak to you.
To the problem.
Nobody is having that kind of challenge anymore. Because time I remember your O level. We call O level any A level. Third term biano. You makoya 3 months, 4 months. You be trefi. You know what call classes are. Ubebe na you be called the same. You makoya May, June. By May no ni actual O level the now by June the whole school makoya. Until June 9, Makwabia June 1st to 9th. June, July, August, September. I told you I could school back October. I'm team no so metia third term we be first term
October. Level classmates for no better no more.
Yes, it be 4 months, 5 months yet if you one call classes will go
4 months, 5 months.
Laboni and as one call gak no near the massa. We sunum friends wasa. We be no we feel. And we were all doing this. It is hard time on the 4 months, 5 months, 4 months. School down and could trade the grow. And they say, Obia Bano who answer say, Member school then is what 3 months. No, I'm on could trade the grow. No, me follow that set of students or many chance uncle. Now we don't know about the school. And yet, we have managed to solve a problem.
Yate, lawyer, young Kawai, Wadaroma.
Offer propaganda number, may change.
Admire you. So why someone walk around as some year days who can't say yeah some
message na no America
the first
onka manfa the first na ka o menfa nka o
what are you position na pam
yeah mami any kind ma
because of you
me pen improvia feature pana Carlos de ordinary say ya na be kono Chief Superintendent of Bempa Brakusapo, or Aflao, is it district or district commander? our flower me work police training non me chief inspector in charge training is our chief superintendent and our chief superintendent Gamson also work in Tampo and then ASP Edward Jan on Oswam district and me ma me we work master for 3 miles abotanso me omu nyina fish apa and then your new fellow so ga onzo adwane ye self old member but so a fellow was it old fellow near there
Chartered Institute of Logistics
and
transport fellow congratulations on your fellow award. They will show after we didn't answer the air train.
Anytime we are fin our betches.
Yes, over that's it. My name was Sokakre. Hey.
I can say
so about we na fe no be just no be show you register mu.
Ai, enso here. Seven never man go phone say we fellow.
Thank you.
But I can say ya na ya hwe say whether we like it or not, this government's decision is sometimes very insensitive. Insensitive in the sense December 4th and I was saying I'm calling school at most next 2 weeks. By Friday they should be at home or Saturday they should be back home.
Next
2 weeks. So
next 2 weeks.
Yeah, 22nd. Until the next day 22nd and next 2 weeks Friday. Until by 23rd Saturday now they are coming back home. Look at the risk involved. And most people cannot even go to school today. Majority go school. This whole week, reporting week mostly. Man for the people sometimes even next week. Nani pana kwa school kutwa si get 3 days, but not was answer the chair. You was a makwan. No, was some better be now so and then go back in January.
And no shadanya kwame Christmas break.
And this one is a Christmas break, but yeah, I won't train a break in the Oh, you see, we don't always have to accept every justification that comes. Sansabia, and you don't crowd justification.
Sure.
The only crowd justification
because now make COVID now already has distorted academic calendar.
COVID distorted. Yeah, the government decided to change the academic calendar. No. What much in the academic calendar?
1 week you be orientation. No, I'm so go back. January na just say addition na shasi and yes amuko January na I feel amuko is another 1 or 2 weeks to do orientation and registration. Honorable Carlos Yeko.
Yeah, me no me ni nyina ko secondary school. You report in January.
Is that what I say? Good. But me sure be see July. Me tina fear. Aye. Me tina fear. Me go school by January to February.
Correct. Yes. No.
Over free session.
I can on that.
And this time no April we no. Ocho BC we April.
Me no areas the same year. You can be minimum. You can minimum. I just 8 months. Masa. So you see, 1 months.
That's how it was.
And there was an academic year. 8 months.
No, that was a.
What was the classroom doing?
You guys are going to understand something. Whether you like it or not,
I thank you very much.
Anytime the MPP government is in power, you temper with academic calendars, and it's so bad.
No, are you listening to me?
Now, can me experience it.
You say 8 months.
Man, 8 months.
What's that?
Who be some translate? Time be you temper with academic calendar. Sure, more time and this 2.5 years secondary school education by. That's a moment time. 2001. People were supposed to have finished secondary school in the year November, December. Moment time they were finishing in July, August. 2.5 years in school. I started from moment time. But it was bad. It was bad.
It wasn't in 2021.
No, 2021. 2001. When and I was 2001. When I was 4 years. 2.5 years. Go and check it. It's not
about 3 years old.
Oh, 3 years. And I remember you were 2.5 years.
At the time I was leaving secondary school, my batch no one no di mechino.
The last batch was the year 2000.
2.5 years now. Since I'm saying no more 2 years, 1 year. Now Professor Mill signed the call 4 years.
Good. So I mean,
good.
So the academic calendar for secondary school was 3 years.
Yes.
And did the year 2000, which was rolling side. The last batch we had 3 years, and it was when we were in November, December 2000.
I was part of that last.
Okay, so that group, any other group of idea were completing 2.5 years. And I tell you one. Yeah, because I was there. So now, Jamaican, you see that reckless lifestyle and what they temper with education system now. This very year.
Now also can you balance in it? I want to go to have years. I'm also mobile. I'm call 4 years.
Only call 4 years.
One better than the 4 years is far better than the 2.5 years.
So it's not one.
What is it? The 4 years is far better than the 2.5 years. Tell me that's not
one party penna a temper with the system.
No.
It's like every
no. If they had maintained the 3 years without tampering with it, it wouldn't have changed. It wouldn't have changed. No, it wouldn't have changed. It wouldn't have changed. Listen, it wouldn't have changed. And government maintain it. It wouldn't have changed. It wouldn't have changed. But it changed because of the number year. But then we had created very wrong results. Go and check that year and pass it with the brother. That's why I had 1 more year. The person was so poor.
Don't be responding to you.
Okay, the person was so poor. But what did you say? Yeah, the American said, so what Mr. Akwala go school and I said this week they are reporting. Some will even go next week. Now or call Akwedi less than 2 weeks. No assign be or less than 21 days. Now assign up be fee be another maybe 2 weeks or so before so obesan quality back to the school. So my question in here, why the rush? If there are still people who don't even have schools, if there are still people are not posted to places uncle deserve uncle buy a border, who's on day. Whether or not it's going to want to change and the parents are so hand diamond to them. I'm on a bad turn with I day now was one. Are you helping the parents? In my example, I already 16 years. And I'm 15 years, now 17 years. Now you can diamond on them. In case you are going to me situation as day student rank or border. I was separate no hand diamond to them. So in case maybe you will be able to manage. These are challenges that you are creating on the parents and that's when you saw. But we're not looking at all these things. Now, having created serious hardships at our parents, December, everybody knows that when you get to the month of December, sad month in your month will be our budget and another circumstances, doubles and triples. This at the same time when Sua was the parents in from Banco School. Want to make us send a banana fee. Okay, so your mom harmonized prospectus as if you could know. Now, you tell me so much as your banana.
Lawyer, but yes, so are we not trying to say my parents are responsible and
nobody saying that. No, nobody saying that.
And now part of the burden has been taken off your shoulders.
Which is what?
Which is the school fee, the tuition fee, the dormitories, uniform. So now it is provisions are called the back in the books.
Hold on. And
I see.
Madam for be back to school, one of the Central Region Girls Schools in Baku.
Okay.
Now, I kasa over the weekend. And I catch them say, I call any befie or back school back around 1st or 2nd week of March 2024. Or befie, you know, baby, I would never call class with my school, St. Louis, the work Massacre, Accra, Quansi, second say. And I would never call classes. And the extra classes I would never every subject be cost about 300 cedis per paper. So
during
now,
your time, you were doing extra classes, were you not?
Yeah, hold on. Was it at this rate? Were you going for extra classes for 3 months and beyond? We were not.
Once you come on vacation, parents
we were not.
Yeah,
extra classes for 3 months and beyond. Second school, you know, Kobe. Young extra class for 3 months and beyond. And go for 1 level, some high new level, some what is it? Young extra classes
on vacation. One classes that.
Yeah, me see. Young extra classes for 3 months and beyond. As I'm
classes lasted as long as you are on vacation at home.
It was never 3 months and beyond.
One could be that.
That's the point. Me could be as a secondary school, I'm coming.
Why?
As a secondary school, I'm coming extra classes. But me see, young 3 months and beyond. Inside me, I could who be. Young corners and now the one corners are sounds fun. I don't know.
Carlos, school and alcohol vacation classes.
What do you mean?
And I was.
And I want an alcohol. Now,
1 year. So now 1 year. As well as 1 year.
Okay.
1 year.
As well as 1 year.
3 months.
Now,
yeah, we are
6 months.
no one called classes. that year who so who don't publish all the good size
let's make his submission.
My final point is that you see there is one key thing now IRA in our educational system. Last time it's Professor or Lady Science and Maths quiz or granting interview with Bolare.
LCA Fakoff.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, I say free education, ABBA, now say I solve only one problem. Only one problem. Access to education. Adekye say back one solve is quality education, which you all know.
One step at a time.
Quality education. Quality is never the motive of this government.
Oh, who told you?
Quality is never part of your agenda. Up to this time, 7 years down the line, you need anything to ensure that you are going to ensure that these children get quality education. Still, now mass production and here more. Now people finish secondary school, they go to university. They are taught as if they are now in the secondary school. Ask your university lecturers and colleagues it's so bad and so sad. And Kola secondary school, sorry, I university from universities now. They teach them as if they are teaching secondary school students in the university. Knowing where we in the university and tell them, young child university just said they went to secondary school near the our secondary school. But the teachers have no option because one about yes, but quality is not there. But of course they are listening, and I know they are listening, and they need to listen. The parents knows this. Lecturers say, ATM is in the American, so they make an go to the media. Okay, so you should allow quality to be part and parcel of our education. Mass productions now and yes, people here's people do not get educated, but that doesn't mean that the education that they are getting should not be quality. Let quality be part and parcel of our education system. What are you
going to do about quality? Because we are providing quality education. What the NDC man one quality education whatever. What is STEM? No. What is TV? No. You see, the innovations are being ready. So the learning and training of names Master Jai. The minimum is and of course. And physical structures there. Technical school university. Social science. Technical vocational education was not there before you guys came to power. Wait, no, wasn't. Everyone was dead. Resurrection. Technical was not working. Resurrection. Everything. When I buy sometimes you guys should admit the truth and then hold it.
Thank you. Facebook Live, I was your former Junche Crispo Fufu. Let me commend the NPP for a successful parliamentary primaries over the weekend at the orphan constituencies, and congrats to all the winners. Regards to Dr. Lawyer Dixon Osei SCB. Yawadu Boateng, we thank God for a successful election at Ablekuma Central Constituency and all the delegates and all the other orphan constituencies. Jefferson is our next MP. Okay. Positive change, Medina. The 24-hour economy program by JM has come to stay forever. No amount of propaganda from discredited Vice President Bawumia can defeat its implementation. The 24-hour economy is the game changer for development. Musa Abatwa, OSP has raised fundamental issues that must be properly addressed. If not, it will be very difficult for him to function, because it appears some power brokers are bent on making sure he fails. 24/7 economy promised by GM or all the law and enforcement. Eswati, forgive. Bertrand near J. Kreku, greetings from Temanu Town. The NPP is still the best party that can propel this nation to greater heights, with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the president in 2025. Paul Boateng, please, school uniforms, house dresses are all provided to students free by the government. Yao Osankide, Ghanaians should be circumspect with the promises from ex-President John Dramani Mahama, because his 24-hour economy is a complete lie. He cannot afford to fulfill it because he is incompetent. We all know how he mismanaged our economy and sent Ghana to IMF. Jomo Pokuase Festus, I'm sure the outcome of the just ended parliamentary primaries have affirmed the decision that indeed a country's economic problems as well as fixing them go far beyond promises and the usual politics of mind games and rhetorics. Kwaku Kuma, good morning, Obaya. Please tell Nana Ogu Ejuma Adodan Kwaku Fado and Baumia to keep quiet if they don't have any idea about 24 hours economy. Ejuma JDM will execute it. Alexander Boafokyo, this NPP government, they are very difficult. They don't listen to anything. Fantastic Oba for Session So JDM has a notable track record of achievements, and during his tenure as Ghana's leader, some key accomplishment that demonstrate his commitment to the nation and why Ghanaians should vote for him to be president on December 7th. Okay. Alexander Boafoko says, this is not okay. I've read it already. Kwame, it's not everyone who takes care of someone's education is their worth. Some people take care of their sisters, brothers, family members, or sometimes by strangers. You can't force those helpers always. It takes God's grace. So sometimes before you get the support. Nti brand krakra ni saying Kwame. Omunya botrema ebimo. If it's omo trim free baby. Okay. Apia Wise Peter, good morning, yeah. Please let your pundits understand that the academic calendar came a week before 1st November. Parents were very much aware of this date, though it's quite painful, but they are very much aware. I see New Odate Mills. Honorable Carlos, how can you tell us there were people sleeping in at Independence Square under NDC because of school placement? You are still going for election, no? Please stop the lies. It won't help you.
That was your 10 one.
Let me just let me just read this one.
No.
Paul Boy saying school uniforms and school dresses. Paul, where my kind was signed there, babe. My kind will be for Eddie. Alan Kanga, this NPP is just marking time to end their limited vision, never again. And Richard Adekye, tell the NPP they should admit their failure that only produce quantities but with no quality. We, the floating voters, have jacked the system already. Okay, enti unsusuye kakra.
Yeah, for the records, this is Peace FM Online. Parents and students stranded at Independence Square over SHS placement. Photos. And
let's start more time.
2019. This is what happened. 16 December, 16 September 2019. Go back. I one time.
Only one time.
That was one time.
Yes, one more time.
I'll give you
many years when you school. That's why you go.
I will give you time. Who's Mambi?
Mambi. I better
and you change over my be no now about second. Ben first topic and as we say you move asem. And you want to check say 15th not January na mo so come 20 January. Okay.
Okay.
And Saturday no often constituencies there no call so there here na shocks na hu ni say ana.
Oh yeah, ni nyina am sure that me na a friend saying MPP executives, national executives abaso me bomb abaso pa say for the first time yet me akọ rural primary sim often constituencies na yanti hwin kra e wo ba bia
la chro wadaro chro why oje
no ya me ni bi
mama na chro goso
ye wo a friend saying period as era bi mu a sa abatuo mu nsɛmsɛm ɛne abatuo mu menteme ho ase ɛwɔ hɔ paa ana ka me express nka primary si anka de to kwadi ni nyoma bebree beba but unfortunately and as fortunately for us die osusufo no susu ye no anya adwuma ɛnei wɔn mo kɔ abatuo bi nyinara at least everybody
want to be anasa anya adwuma
yeah well yes if you be as a mensem by all means but the events overshadow the odds. Near a course and Crawford to Oba, especially so Kaya, and no crying in Crawford as started landlady as a landlord ousted by tenant necessary. Crawford a put to fund room. But I can tell you after that election, actually what the hey. It is a Obiatin who I say. A cuckoo Damoku Jinabai to be there were about 5.
6.
Nippon Mobia is solid.
There were 6.
There are 6. And so Nippon back on the victorious. And everybody there is okay and peaceful. ukukọ baby mia ne de logikuku ko boynum ukọ a friends and Babrotin Jesimo Hindu Valley. They went through this exercise peacefully and they have come out unscathed. And this is what we expect the party to lean on. Na sa ahontone sa bokoye aba sabatu emu. This is what the flag bearer Dr. Bawumia needs. Now Onoga said this is where his election starts. Boy and I babe di nanim Elma ne
Carlos
enkunum die SCP. Because onu make sure say the time no ade bia ye ntawanta wana say de mentime ho asbe party mu no obepe kwa mi so no no akasa menum ka say onu mo kwa abato mo lusu nyina kra no kra mo mate ase say enye wo mo no ma lusu wo mo wini enye wo no ma wini. It is a win for MPP. Now MPP be do some pempenso bia aka we abuka say to the bro
to na bro
aka to na bro na etumi ebreki 8 no ama Dr. Bawumia aba be do man for another 8 years.
Yes, aka kume
na ode
to na bro na se che na aka kitiwe
se ana kitiwe so different.
I know.
Aka kitiwe bi na che say yetumi ewuram na ode hihye papa e be bo man aba
I won't can be.
Ebi ni say wakabi and you are not listening.
Sure.
Yes, you move from a debit economy to a credit economy. And never know say ya what to call the nipa mo abuchire
baby aya na me to na ya
oh ya na was a minchire utuku aya wo from you ya refi nipa e wa manoni another nipa e wa abuchire ya say one say won say obi o London and workers union bi wo America cost of salary sentiento of salary say hotel Ghana here na ya de ba ko pentia a credit system no me adwuma because akatwa na de ma wo sa abuchire ho no one hwe ya living standard no ebe cover sika wo die nyina ma wa hwe cross afa chira boka nemum aban na otiso anasa aban na owo sa abuchire ho na ma bibi plastic be a friend credit card sika odi agusu be $10,000 $20,000 osisa bosume no so ane opebi afato ne tua ne kakra and the one here wa wo sika potin wo de sika ni na wo back investment
sabre no we adwuma o se omo kura za credit economy no nye obi onya adwuma na yedema
na sentry ya be credit score no na ya credit score na me ma wo credit score no yetumi aye ya be credit score se obi a wo bo bese ya wutua anase obi a ye credit worthy se wo abrochira se wo mo bese a ese wonye nipatitri obi a wo abrochira bia wo pese unya a good credit a friend score and a credit history no you need to have a credit card or some sort otodia otobo asitua so we train judiciously timeously na wa ma ekwamia medantem na se wudi hunia e push score no kosro se bibia ba ko ye bia dan kra na akoto car na akoto ya etore bia se impo school kra na wo kwa na bibia ye be ba ska dia kwa ye show credit score na you prepare your credit worthy so this kind man obichiaka. That is what Dr. Bawumia is intending to bring to Ghana. Na sasadi ani nyasipia weka bia ni Ghana hanu a obepeja nensa dakupuda se ni meko akwa tietia because my salary nsume obia ni wa ya na ho yeso na kankro se impo yetia oka 10,000 Ghana cedis a month kra you will live by that standard. You tell 20,000 Ghana cedis you will live by that standard. One you careful abochirika obi etia ne 3,000 Ghana cedis no wahehye ne nioma omza ne aboso ne beso no na ne sika na idea ma na ese so bibia o ye ne ka obefa kwadwuma ni friend saying atare ba ko bi obeto ne chop money ne rent watitiri nyina de aguo obi afia 20,000 so the same thing so would you see I mean say tua 10,000 Ghana cedis
yeah na manio
me do example
we didn't say me na do be example
and me follow an example okay loyalty we at the end of the month the income awonya me fan say be 35,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the month lawyer member tra baby a rent here 1,200 never because it will not be commensurate to sika what here
rent 200 Ghana
oh 200 Ghana and you know back what time baby rent here 10 cedis what you say because if you don't have it if you don't have it you cannot use it right. You have to have it to be able to use it and to be able to according to the standard it will also be to East Legon that's what will be a friend say mamobia the difference is very simple and earning power say who papa we ebia ne dibiarity and the way o say nam na say who another papa na so who so dibiarity who say we ewo some kind of income bia na so we kin some kind of income bia and a manage baby ojina so at say good but the fact of the matter they say so one you care for us can be a wonya at the end of the month no let me accept because of the living standard that you live nanti Dr. Maumia I will win election 2024 no the Ghana economy I'm move from a debit economy to a credit economy obi abenya credit score you be ye say be yanka utie na person to car and once we do credit card Mastercard Visa card we dey kwakoto almost 10,000 Ghana cedis a free yes the yanka every month we get 200 Ghana you will be able to live we saw that have a remember our piece of man as a UTB
10,000
what about a friend is saying treasury bill I'm telling you because you don't have to spend that 10,000
correct
and I'm the mama busy and so be 5 years
200,000
so go to ya oh obia nya busy obeje nemo good go busy on bank no ya and then I just obetua they need to find something to support themselves as ask roji obetua and ya fit dey cause for na brother cover papa that credit score na ye hunu nkwa no should be able to tell them mami ne besia boy efe and no betua that is what these elections are yakwako yini pa mo ba be MPP any was our constituency now we are taking a lot of the seats from NDC mark my words
and the question I was ani na
onam you be mane yo
education and Savino Usubuaten say oboame atenetene enya maybe wa ha my sister please the 4 years was introduced by President Kufuor and the late President Atta Mills brought it back to 3 years. Okay. As when at that time I went on vacation, we would stay home for 1 week, and the vacation class will start, which is paid by our parents. We are breaking the 8 with Dr. Baumia.
You have 2.5 years away. Oh, 2.5 years away. More customer. We are educating the people. One of the buy, any of the buy. You call 4 years. Oh, I know. Okay.
Why are you telling me something that you
make us you like that? My also friend is a mammy friend.
Savino Usubuaten.
Usubuaten. Yamisha.
He just saying that 4 years.